Hi, I'm Erin Gordon, the Director of Student Success at Briarcrest. At some point during the admission process, you've likely heard someone mention the word syllabus. It's not uncommon to be unfamiliar with this word. In fact, a tutor in the Academic Resource Center once confessed that as a new student, it took her 3 weeks to figure out what a syllabus was and why it was so important. To prevent this, I've created this short video to explain what a syllabus is. The word syllabus comes from a Latin word that means lists. A syllabus is a table of contents. In a course, the syllabus is then the table of contents for the course. A course syllabus is your guide to everything that will take place in that course. As such, professors expect that you have read the syllabus and are following along. Because syllabus is a Latin word, the plural form is made by adding an I in place of the US. So each course has a syllabus, but you have multiple syllabi if you are taking multiple courses. Briarcrest syllabi all follow a similar pattern. You will find basic information about the course description as it appears in the academic calendar, a list of the required textbooks, the course learning objectives, course requirements and weighting, a course outline, and a list of policies from the academic calendar. Some professors will include additional information, such as a bibliography or classroom expectations. We are going to look at each of these components in more detail. At the top of the first page in all syllabi, you will find some basic information about your course. This will list the course number and name, the professor's contact information, the course dates, and the number of credit hours. Most academic courses are 3 credit hours. A credit hour is equated to the number of hours of instruction you will receive in a course. A 3 credit hour course means that you will have 3 hours of instruction per week in a 15-week semester. These 3 hours don't include the number of hours you will spend outside of class. For each 3 credit class, you should plan to spend 4 to 7 hours outside of class on reading, research, and writing per week. The course description is copied from the Briarcrest academic calendar. This is an official overview of what the college has determined should be taught in a course. Professors who teach the same course will often use different textbook selections and assignments, but their course still matches the description set by the college. For example, this is the course description for English 100, Literature and Composition 1. Multiple professors teach this course, and each one chooses different literature that students will read. The course description will give you an overview of what to expect. After the course description, you will find a list of required and possibly recommended books for your course. It is important that you purchase or have access to these materials. In most cases, your professor will expect that you have done the required reading before you come to class. If your book is an ebook, there may be special instructions for purchasing it. Otherwise, most textbooks can be found in the Briarcrest bookstore. In this section of the syllabus, your professor will also tell you which format guide he or she expects you to use for the course. The format guide will give you directions on how to format your paper and give information about any outside sources that you use. You can find out more information on format guides and citing sources in the Academic Integrity course on Canvas. Learning objectives are a list of what you should know or be able to do after completing a course. You can think of these as goals. In other words, this is what you are aiming for by attending class, reading the course materials, and completing assignments. Learning objectives are determined by each professor. These are the learning objectives for CM 101, Foundations of Church Ministry. You can see that the first goal of the professor is that students who complete the course will know and understand the nature and purpose of the church and appreciate their own role and responsibility in fulfilling the church's purpose. The course requirements and weighting section is a list of what assignments you will be required to submit in the course. Frequently, the first item in this section is a list of assignment types and a percentage. Assignments are often grouped in categories, with each category contributing to a certain percentage of your grade. This is what is meant by weighting. After the list of requirements and what percentage of your grade they constitute, you will often see a list of specific assignments and due dates. Depending on the professor, this section may be the main source of information about assignments that you will receive. Other professors will put fewer assignment instructions on the syllabus and post more detailed instructions in Canvas. It is very important that you read through the section carefully and write down any assignment due dates in a planner or on a calendar. If you do not have a planner, the Academic Resource Center has a semester calendar on Canvas that you can download. Your professor will expect that you are aware of course requirements and due dates. There may or may not be any reminders in class. The next section is the course outline. This is an example from Film 200. This section is perhaps most like a table of contents. Often the professor will list each class, the topic of that class, any required readings, and any assignments that are due. Again, it is your responsibility to be familiar with the outline and follow along with the readings and the assignment due dates. I strongly recommend keeping a calendar, planner, or a to-do list so that you can keep track of requirements for all your courses. At the end of the syllabus, you will find a list of academic calendar policies that are important to know. I'm just going to highlight some of them here. You will need to be aware of the attendance policy. Students who miss more than 2 weeks of class in a semester receive an automatic failure in their course. Please make attending class a priority. The academic calendar also includes a late assignment policy. However, professors can adapt this policy and give details in the syllabus. For example, some professors may not accept any late assignments, or only certain assignments may be accepted late. In most cases, late assignments will result in a grade reduction. Learning time management is very important. I've already mentioned the Academic Integrity course on Canvas. The Academic Honesty policy includes a link to access that course. I highly recommend working through the modules as soon as possible. The Academic Accommodations policy has information for students with disabilities. Students who have documentation of a learning disability, physical disability, vision or hearing impairment, or mental health condition, among others, can contact the Director of Student Success about academic accommodations. Students with temporary disabilities, such as a concussion or broken limb, can also receive academic accommodations. Finally, if a professor notices that a student is struggling academically, he or she may refer the student to the Academic Resource Center for extra support. Whether or not your professor refers you, the Academic Resource Center, also known as the ARC, is available for all students. The ARC offers free tutoring and writing help, online academic resources, and academic skills tutoring at a cost. You can visit the ARC in the Archibald Library or through any one of your courses on Canvas. Look for the Academic Resource Center link on the left side of the screen.